They grow up so fast. Check out this video to see how we track the development of our hatched fry and get them ready for first feeding.
At the Freshwater Institute, we typically receive our fish as eyed eggs. When the eyed eggs arrive, we check their temperature and rinse them into a clean pitcher to acclimate them to the temperature of the incubation system. We then disinfect the eggs with iodine. After disinfecting, the eggs are rinsed with clean water and transferred to heath trays in our incubation system. As the eggs begin to hatch, the shed eggshells are removed and the alevin are left to absorb their yolk sac until they are ready for ponding and first feeding. Timing of these critical events is important and related to water temperature. One way to track the development and predict timing of these events is by calculating accumulated thermal units, or ATU, of the eggs and alevin. ATU is essentially a sum of the daily temperature readings in Celsius. A simple way to track ATU is by entering the daily temperature in an Excel spreadsheet. To demonstrate this, here is an Excel sheet we typically use when incubating salmon eggs. We will start with the known ATU total at the top of the ATU column. Most egg suppliers will provide this starting ATU value either in tracking information or through correspondence. We can then enter a simple sum function that references the previous day's ATU and adds to it the current day's temperature in Celsius. We can then drag that entry down the ATU column, and as we enter in the temperature for each day, you can see that the new ATU total is automatically populated in the column next to the daily temperature entry. As ATU approaches values that reliably predict important developmental milestones, technicians will be on the lookout for observational cues. One way to get a good vantage point on how the alevin are developing is to view them from below. Add a small volume of system water to a clear beaker with a few alevin and lift it up above eye level. After hatching, culturists should be monitoring yolk sac absorption. The yolk sac on a newly hatched alevin will be large in comparison to the body. You might also notice that most of the alevin lay on the side and are not very mobile. Developing alevin will gradually begin to maintain an upright position and become more mobile. At the same time, the yolk sac will get smaller and draw tighter to the body as they continue using these endogenous nutrients. As the alevin approach 850 to 900 ATU, the yolk sac is mostly absorbed and the fish are getting ready for ponding and first feeding. When the fish are ready to be ponded, the tray is carefully removed from the stack by two culturists and placed on a cart to minimize the risk of a dropping accident. The cart with the tray is then wheeled over to the tank to prepare for ponding. The top screen is removed from the basket and the bottom basket containing the fish is quickly lifted from the tray and gently placed in the water of the culture tank. The basket can be slowly turned over and checked to be sure that all the fish made it out of the basket. When first ponded, fish may seek cover in shaded areas or against the tank walls. Given some time to settle, the fish should begin to spread across the tank and orient themselves in the direction of the rotational flow. Keep an eye out for areas where the rotational velocity may be too strong for the fish to hold their position. In this case, make any necessary adjustments to the rotational velocity speed. Once the fish are settled, first feeds can be administered. Be sure to check on their progress to keep them well and growing on target.